What's going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 25 Ultimate Team video. In today's video, we're going to be going through a list of players that you can look into buying right now because they're down in price, fairly inexpensive, and they'll do a couple different things for you. They're going to boost that OVR, they're going to make your team better, and hopefully these cards will not only save you some coin, but also help you guys win some more games. Now, before we go over the list of players, just a quick disclaimer. We do likely have the Super Bowl promo starting this upcoming Thursday, and also more than likely with that promo, we're going to see an increase in OVR, which means 95 overall champions and 96 overall LTDs. So at this point, I'm going to give you a bunch of cards that you can look into buying, but they're probably going to be less expensive a week from now. So if you can pump the brakes on spending and just stick with the team that you have, you might be able to save even more coin going forward. But if you're trying to grind Gauntlet or Mutt Champs or Ranked or even the Road to the Super Bowl event, and you're trying to get a better team right now and you need better players for the next week, these are going to be your best pickups. So let's go ahead and start at the quarterback position. It's been pretty much the same 3 or 4 guys budget wise for the last month. The first one is going to be Ghost of Madden Future, Bo Nix. I like this card because it gives you a good combination of the accuracy thresholds. He's got 90 plus. I mean, there's no plus there, but he hits the 90 plus threshold on short, mid, and deep throw accuracy. You got speed at 92. That's pretty respectable. And then also 95 throw power to get the ball down the field. Unfortunately, because he's a ghost card, you're not going to see any good discounted abilities, but he does get Gunslinger for 4 AP if you want to use that, and Hot Route Master for 3 AP. You can find this card for about 215k. If you're looking for Gunslinger and you want it at a discount, take a look at Campus Hero 2 Trevor Lawrence, 94 overall quarterback, only 89 speed. That's still pretty good. He's got good throw power at 94, short and mid throw 94 as well, and the deep throw accuracy at 91. Also, make sure you're buying the correct version of this card. There's a hollow version that has a shinier artwork. It doesn't do anything different. The attributes are exactly the same. The discounted abilities are exactly the same. So make sure you're buying the right one. The standard version of the card is about 295k, and he does get Gunslinger at a 2 AP discount. There's a handful of quarterbacks that get it for 2 and 3. I think Trevor Lawrence is probably, factoring in price as well, probably the best route to go out there and get that ability at a discount. But you also have Jeff Garcia, so this is still my quarterback right now. I think for 300,000 coins, you get a lot of good from this card. Number one, he's on 3 of the best theme teams in the game with the 49ers, the Lions, and the Eagles. You also can get Master Tactician on this card for 4 AP, which is basically 3 abilities rolled into one. You get Conductor, you get QB Playmaker, and you get Hot Route Master, all of that for 4 ability points. And if you want to stack that on top of Gunslinger, he does get a 2 AP discount on Gunslinger. So just a lot going there outside of just the attributes. The 88 speed, he can definitely run when needed. 94 throw power, 94 short throw, 93 mid, and 90 deep. He will miss a pass here and there occasionally, but it's nothing that you don't see, most quarterbacks do as well. So all in all, I think for the abilities, the discounts, the attributes, the theme teams, for 300k, this is really your best bargain quarterback that we have in the game right now. But with the Super Bowl promo right around the corner, 100% part 1, which is going to feature legend players, we should be getting a brand new quarterback in the game. So these cards, these 3 quarterbacks and all the high-end quarterbacks could go down in price even further. And I think the same exact thing's going to happen at the running back position. It's kind of dry right now. The same 2 budget options that we've recommended for a couple videos now, they're still going to be the best options. Sean Alexander, Ghost of Madden Pass, he gives you that nice combination of the power back, plus he can get a little jiggy, right? 95 speed, 98 acceleration, really good there. His agility is low at 84, but you got 88 carry, 80 catching is pretty good for a power back. 95 change of direction is really good. 93 trucking, 97 break tackle. He's down to 280,000 coins, and I think most importantly than anything, my favorite ability for a running back in the game right now is Tank, and he's one of the few running backs that gets it, not at a discount, but it is 2 AP for Tank. Same thing with David Montgomery, which again, he's going to be on one of the better theme teams in the game with the Lions, so it's easy to get him up to 95 speed or potentially 96, but even at stock 94 speed, he'll get it done. 91 acceleration, 95 agility. His catching is better than Sean Alexander, so if you like to throw the ball to your running back, you definitely got a player that can do that with the 84 catching, 88 change of direction, a little bit low there, but 95 trucking, and 96 break tackle. He has a good spin and juke move. He's going to be a little bit less expensive. I think Sean Alexander's better, but David Montgomery at $250K is a pretty good buy. He's still the #1 running back on my squad right now, partly because I have the Eagles-Lions theme team, but mostly because we just haven't had any high-end running backs come out lately that I really want to go after and target. And like I said, with Sean Alexander, tank is definitely the move for the 2 ability points, and David Montgomery gets it as well. When I do this video every week, I focus on players that you can find for under 400,000 coins, but I try to get well under that threshold as well. This Xavier Worthy is one of those exception cards, right? So he's on average 396K. He's still under that 400K price point, and I know 400K can be a lot to some of you, but this card's absolutely worth it. He is only 5'11", but I haven't had a big issue with his height. He's got stock 97 speed. In a world right now where we have the majority of the wide receivers that are coming out are 95 speed, there's a few with 96, and as we get new cards in the Super Bowl promo this upcoming week, we're probably going to see more frequently 96 speed wide receivers. This card right now is at a very fair price at the 396K, and he's going to last a while with the 97 speed. I say this all the time. You can move him to kick and punt returner when he's all said and done, but also the Chiefs have a really good theme team. They're going to get some Super Bowl promo cards, whether they win tomorrow or not, because they played and won many Super Bowls in the last couple years. But if they do beat the Bills tomorrow, the Chiefs theme team is going to skyrocket even more. The 2 legends that came out today, and Terrell Suggs and Joe Horn, are really good that get Chiefs chemistry. So, you know, this is a good card, not on a theme team, but you can easily get it to 98 or 99 speed. And then you got 93 catching, 94 short route running, 91 mid, 96 deep. He is a true deep threat. If you have a certain route or route combinations where you have a guy that's always, you know, getting down the field and you're going to be looking for a guy with speed, you got to go out and pick up this card. And remember, when you finish up that playoff field pass at the very end of it, you do get a fantasy pack that gives you your choice of any of the 94 overall playoff champions, and Xavier Worthy is definitely a top 3 choice out of that pack. Might even be the best one to go with. Now, if you can't afford him or don't want to choose him as your free option, we got budget picks here for you. Again, kind of the same group of receivers we've been talking about for a while, but when you got 95 speed wide receivers that are 6'5" like Megatron here, you got to take him, especially when he's down to 250,000 coins right now. You get 97 jumping, 90 catch, 90 catch in traffic, 97 spec catch, the short and mid route running at 90, and the deep route running is the best in the game with this card at a 97. The only downside or negative to this card, which happens a lot with like taller receivers, it seems like it's any guy that's maybe 6'2" or 6'3" and up. Sometimes they will just jump for a pass when they're wide open and there's no need to jump. I think it's just something that's kind of programmed into the game, and with knockouts becoming very prevalent and will be over the point from this point to the rest of the year, it can get a little annoying. So if you want to look for shorter receivers like that Xavier Worthy, I'm telling you, it's actually going to be more beneficial. But all in all, this Megatron card, 5 out of 5 stars, has been very good since the day he came out, and he's at 255K. Like I said, if you want to go cheaper than that, you got the Ghost of Madden Pass Deion Sanders, 6 foot even. He goes for 240K, slightly cheaper, still giving you that stock 95 speed. You got 90 catching, 90 short, mid, and deep route running. He hits the thresholds there. Really good slot type receiver, and we can go even cheaper with CeeDee Lamb, 0 chill card, 6'2", also with stock 95 speed, 92 catching, 93 catching traffic and spec catch. The short and deep route running are at 90, the mid at 92. He's all the way down to 210K, and when that Super Bowl promo drops next week, we're going to see him fall below 200,000 coins. And again, I can't stress it enough. The receivers that are coming out now and will be coming out up until the Super Bowl promo are pretty much getting stock 95 speed. Outside of some LTDs, we got OBJ coming out on Monday. When that Super Bowl promo comes out, we're going to see the baseline's going to be 96 speed receivers. That's not all of a sudden going to make the 95 speed guys just be completely not usable. So look for these last 3 cards that I just talked about, CeeDee Lamb, Deion Sanders, and Megatron, to get even cheaper and still be very, very effective. I've been using this Travis Kelce card for a while, and I was never really going to recommend it, but he's been playing a lot better for me, and as I compare him to the market of other tight ends in the game and the price and everything that you're getting, I want to recommend this card, right? So he's 275K. I think that's a really fair price. You got a 6'5" tight end with stock 94 speed. There's a few guys out there with 95. He's still really fast. 91 catching, 94 catching traffic, short route running 91, mid 90. His run block is like respectable, along with the strength, both at a 70. But as I mentioned earlier with Xavier Worthy, Chiefs theme team really good and becoming more popular and will be more popular when the Super Bowl promo drops. You can get him to 95 or 96 speed very easily. I think for that price, really good. And he does get tank for 2 AP, which is huge. You're going to see at the end of these gameplay clips, it works really well on running backs, but it's good on pass catchers as well. Now over to defense, and I'm going to go over 4 different pass rushers on the outside that I think are really, really inexpensive. Again, we kind of float around like that 300K range, 250 for most of these cards. These guys are going to be cheaper than that. So at left end, we have Team of the Week, Will Anderson Jr. Just gives you a nice combination of speed and strength, 89 speed, 93 acceleration, 86 strength, and then you got the 91 block shed, 94 finesse move. So that's going to be good against the run and as a pass rusher, speed rusher archetype, and also 85 power move. There's definitely better options out there at left end, but we're looking at 100 to 200,000 coins more. You can find this Will Anderson for 195K. And on the flip side, I think one of the best budget pass rushers in the game is going to be Team Diamond Bruce Smith. And with that pack offer that we had yesterday and today, it's spitting out a ton of Team Diamonds, specifically at the 92 OVR level. You're going to see a lot of these cards get cheaper. You can find this one for 115K. You get 87 speed with 90 strength and tackle, and then the big 3, the block shed, power move, finesse move, all at a 90 plus. There's just not a lot of cards in the game right now that get that, especially not for 115K. The 92 block shed's going to be good against the run with that 90 strength and 90 tackle, and then the 93 power move and 90 finesse move, really good for pass rushing. And if you want to go with some outside linebackers to play on your defensive ends here, Jared Verse, this card is incredibly inexpensive. You can find this Ghost of Madden Future card for 160,000 coins, 93 speed, and he's a power rusher archetype. He's really fast, and he still gives you 94 strength, 94 finesse move, 95 power move, 90 finesse move, and then you got 93 tackle. The block shed's a little bit low. He might not be as good against the run, but I think for everything you're looking at right here attribute-wise, and he doesn't get any good abilities for 160K. I just dropped my phone if you heard that random noise. For 160K, really, really worth it. And then on the flip side, listen, if you've been tuning into this video series every Saturday or whenever I put it out, you already know about this Kyle Van Noy card. This card is the real deal. He just makes plays. That's all he does. He's still a starter on my main account here. He does get Lions chemistry, so that certainly helps. But you have an outside linebacker with 92 stock speed, power rusher archetype, by the way, 95 strength, 90 tackle, 95 block shed. He is great against the run. He blows up the run a lot just on the edge when people are trying to get to the outside, but he's also a really good pass rusher, only 80 finesse move, but 95 power move, and I'll say it all the time, you're going to see it in these gameplay clips, the 78 catching. For whatever reason, this guy just finds the ball off of tip passes and throw out of sack animations, and he can turn a potential sack into a pick six. You can get him for 200,000 coins. In the middle of your defensive line, not a lot of really good budget defensive tackles out there unless you're looking for DTs that don't really get any good abilities. If you want inside stuff, I think Vita Vea is going to be your best option. Booger McFarland's really good. If you have tokens to use, you can redeem for a free legend and get a guy with inside stuff for 1 AP. But if you're going to spend the coin, Vita Vea I think is better and cheaper. 347 pounds, 6'4". I say it all the time when it comes to offensive linemen and defensive tackles specifically. If they're tall and they're big, weight-wise, they're going to take up more space, and that's going to be beneficial to you. So not only do you get that 80 speed, 84 acceleration, not terrible for a guy who's 347 pounds, 94 strength, 94 tackle, 95 block shed, really good against the run there, 95 power move is amazing, and then also the 81 finesse move, but more importantly, he's going to get that inside stuff for 1 AP, and most of these 94 overall playoff cards hover right around 400K. You can find this one for 367,000 coins. Not a lot of great, and I just want to emphasize the word great, options to user on a budget right now. Luke Kuechly, Ghost of Madden Pass is pretty solid, 6'3", stock 94 speed and 90 acceleration, 94 block shed, 87 tackle, 94 hit power. pretty good against the run, definitely excels in pass coverage with the 87 zone, and you absolutely are going to have to equip that lurk artist on him for 1 AP. He's about 275k. Now, what I would recommend is go through and grind the ranked game mode. If you haven't been already, you're going to get up against the wall here because it does end at the end of the month. But if you can get to the hero level, and that's hero 1, 2, or 3, it doesn't matter. If you get to hero and finish on hero before the end of the month, you can get this Isaiah Simmons for free. 6'4", 95 speed, gets all 32 team chems, so you could potentially get him to 96 or 97 speed. He may be getting mid-zone KO for 1 AP. It doesn't show that he does right now, but the super lower overall, like 87 overall version of him from ranked does get it. So I don't know if that's a mistake, and they're going to put it on him. Hopefully they do. But even without it, you can always equip Lurk Artist for 1 AP, and he's got 93 hit power, 93 zone. He can definitely play the pass and the run. This is going to be a grade A user, and you can get it for free. Closing the video out with the secondary, a couple options at cornerback, pretty repetitive here. We should see some good corners with the Super Bowl promo dropping Thursday as well, but 6'2" Antonio Cromartie, 95 speed. You're just not going to see many 95 speed cornerbacks in the game right now. Under 200,000 coins. You can find Crow for 192k, and he's got 90 plus on the coverages, 94 man, 90 zone. So you can play either type of style of defense with him. You mix it up, you play one or the other. He can do it all. The acceleration's really good. Same with the jumping. You will have to pay the 2 AP for pick artists on this card, but I definitely recommend doing that. If you play a lot of man-to-man coverage, Devon Witherspoon is the perfect slot defender. You can also play him on the outside, but I have this card on my No Money Spent squad, and he plays really well for me. It's another stock 95 speed defensive back. Now with this card, you're not going to find him as cheap. He's actually 320,000 coins. And also don't make that mistake that we talked about with Trevor Lawrence earlier. Don't buy the card that has different artwork that's more expensive. There's no advantage on the field, no better attributes or discounted abilities. With this card, 6 foot even, 95 speed, 94 acceleration, 95 man, 90 zone. Pretty similar to the Cromartie that we just looked at with the attributes, but you can still play him zone coverage if you need to. 90 press is good, but he does get mid-route KO for 1 AP. Not many corners in the game right now that get that. It's the man coverage equivalent to like a mid-zone KO if you play a lot of zone coverage. If you play a lot of man, he's going to get those knockouts between the 10 and the 20-yard mark, and that's why I said I like him as a slot defender, because often you're going to have the slot receivers kind of go with those quick crossing routes over the middle, and with that mid-route KO, he's going to knock them out. Just one other extreme budget option, only if you run zone coverage a lot though. Take a look at 90 overall DK Metcalf. You're only getting, you're paying 72k for this card, but you're getting 6'4" with 95 speed, 90 zone, and 96 press. His agility and jumping is really good as well. Not very expensive, so you're not going to get the most amazing attributes everywhere on this card, but I think really good for a zone scheme if you're on a budget. And then the back end of your defense, I got to recommend Xavier McKinney. He's down to about 370k. I think that's a great price to pay for him. If you want to wait until next week to see what other potential free safeties we get from the Super Bowl promo, you can definitely do so. But for 370k, you're getting a stock 95 speed free safety with 6 foot height, 95 acceleration, 90 tackle, so he can come down and play the run. He's actually a run support archetype, but I think he's more of a ball hawk. 92 man coverage, 95 zone, 90 hit power. If you want to sub linebacker him, you certainly can, but I played him up top in a zone mostly. He played man occasionally as well, and just made plays like interceptions all over the place. From the day that I got the card, he definitely stood out. Now, due to my Lions and Eagles theme team, I had to move on from him because there were too many other players that met my theme team at the safety position. But if you need a free safety, I highly recommend this card, and he does get pick artist for 1 AP. You definitely want to go ahead and equip that. If the 370k is out of your price range, you can always take a look at Ghost and Madden Future Tyler Nubin. He's not going to give you any good ability discounts. You will have to pay the 2 AP for pick artists on this card, but he is 6'2" with stock 94 speed, 97 acceleration, and then you get 90 man, 94 zone, 93 hit power, and 90 tackle. Pretty similar to that Xavier McKinney, but only 215,000 coins. And on the strong safety side of it, it's an oldie but goodie, this card, and his cards will always be good in Madden Ultimate Team. Kyle Hamilton, run support archetype. You can play him as a sub linebacker and user him due to that 6'4" height and 94 speed. Ravens have a really good theme team as well, so you can potentially get get that up to 96 speed. But if you do want to play him as a coverage safety up top, that's primarily what I did when I had him. For 235K, not only are you getting the 6'4", 94 speed, you got 94 acceleration, 92 man, 95 zone, 92 hit power. He can play any style of coverage out there. The tackle is good enough, especially if you're going to be using him. But if he comes down from a high end or high point spot, he's going to come down and stop the run as well. He can pretty much do it all. And as he gets more cards throughout the year, they're always going to be some of the best in the game. And there you have it. Those are the best pickups to make right now. Let me know down below in the comment section after watching this video, what players did you pick up? Thank you guys for tuning in to another one. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.